You can read that, right? You can see that. Sharing your account is never okay. Now, I've taken this directly from the supercell support website. You can see it. And because I've made a few videos on how you can like have multiple accounts on one device, people like ask me a lot of the times is they want to log into their friend's account and do their attacks. How do they do that? Their friend has stopped playing, so they want to take over their account. And I'm simply just going to refer you to the code of conduct, which is here, and it says sharing your account is never okay. So that's what we're going to talk about in this video. Just dive into a bit more, see what it's about, see what it's saying, and explain it in a bit more detail than just this blanket statement, and explain the reasoning why, sharing account is never okay. I've said that 3 times now. But if you scroll down a bit, it says, selling, buying, sharing, or giving accounts to other players is against our terms of service. Each game account belongs to one player. In the case that we determine several players are playing a single account, we reserve the right to close the account permanently. Basically mean they'll ban the account, and there's not really much you can do about it if they find out. that's another key point. But if you click on the terms of service, so I've got it open here and I've highlighted the main point, and it reads, you shall not share the account or login information, nor let anyone else access your account or do anything else that might jeopardize the security of your account. The key wording here is jeopardize the security of your account. What does that mean? So let's dive into it. I've written a bit like a few questions, as in the main things that I get asked, and it's like examples basically. Can you do it or can you not do it basically? So common one is you're in war, your brother is terrible at doing war attacks and you just want to do his war attack. Can you do that? Now, the answer is yes and no. It depends on how you're going to do it. So let's just say you live in the same house, of course, because he's your brother, and you get his phone, and instead of him doing the attack, you do the attack for him. Does that jeopardize the security of the account? No, because you give the phone back to your brother straight away. Well, he's going to take his phone back, and that's not jeopardize the security of the account. He's still playing it. You don't have access to it unless you beat him up and take his phone. But I advise against that, of course. but yeah, that hasn't really jeopardized the security of the account. Now, let's say you, instead of like taking his phone, you log in like on his account from your own phone. That means that you've got his email, you've got his password, you've got his supercell ID, and you can log into his account whenever you want and do the attack. That is against the terms of service because 2 people cannot share the same account. That is the key point, the jeopardizing security of the account. So yeah, you can't do that. You can't log into anyone else's base aside your own. Now that brings me nicely onto the next point is, let's say your dad, your friend, or your sister, anyone who you know has stopped playing Clash of Clans and they're not going to play it again. It's been like 4 years, they're not going to play it again. Can you take his account? Now the answer is no, you can't, because that again, by taking his account, you're going to get his email, his password, so that's jeopardizing the security of their account. And then also, you don't know, I stopped playing Clash of Clans for I think it was 4 years, maybe 3 years, I can't remember exactly, but I came back to the account. Now let's say I gave my account to my friend. He's played it for like 3 years when in my absence. Before that, I played it for like 3 years. We're going to get into an argument like who owns that account. I'm going to then contact Supercell and say, oh, I gave my account to, my friend. He's been playing it. My friend's going to say he gave it to me, and we're going to have a big argument. Who does Supercell decide whose account it is? Because we both played it for 3 years and we both love the account. Now what Supercell are going to do, they're going to ban the account. So none of you have it. Because they don't want to be put in a situation where they're making a decision, a key decision, and it might, you can't give it to one person, favor one person's story over another. So they'll just ban you. And that is to avoid stuff like that happening. So that's like the main thing why you can't share accounts. Another big question that arises is, how will they find out? Like realistically, are Supercell going to find out? And the truth is, I'm not sure how sophisticated their systems are, but I highly doubt it. Let's be real. If I like share my account with my brother, like he doesn't even play Clash of Clans, but let's just say he did, and people aren't gonna really monitor me. Like I'm just a small fish, you know. There's so many players playing Clash of Clans. Like how are they gonna find out about me? Now the main way they find things out is by the reporting system. So like if somebody reports you, but then again, Supercell need to have concrete evidence. They're not just gonna ban people willy nilly. So I'm not sure. That's the truth. But yeah, they may have a good sophisticated system. Is it worth the risk? I say no. You just create a new account. What's so hard in doing that? And you'll get to a decent point, especially if you buy the gold passes. It doesn't even take that long, and it's not even that much effort as well with the gold pass. Back in the days, maybe it was, but right now, it's pretty simple to get higher to the town halls. And the last point is, why does Supercell care? And like I mentioned earlier, it was about they don't want to do disputes, but the main one of the other main reasons is it's for cheaters. Cheating, it happens in the game. It happens in all games. So like I know back in the days there was a major point where people would stay logged in 24 hours on the game, and they'd attack and they'd climb up the trophies, and they'll be the top player on the leaderboard. And the only reason they can do that is because they're always online, so no one else can attack them. And because they're always attacking, they're just gaining trophies. But that's why Supercell introduced a Legends League, and so you only have like a certain number of attacks you can do a day. So that kind of stopped that. But also there's other elements of the game. So I know a big topical area at the minute was like the requesting Go clans. So if me and you donate stuff, we only get like I don't know 1,000 donations in like the season. If you're in a requesting Go clan, it's a lot more. You can get 100,000 easily. Like I think people are getting millions as well. But there are people who are sharing accounts, and like they're getting like I think it's like 5 million. It's something crazy, something ludicrous, and it's just so obvious because if you're one person, you can't be awake and donating for that many troops without going to sleep. Like your body will shut down. You need to eat as well. Like I don't know. So it just seems very unrealistic. And Supercell actually banned quite a lot of people in the Request and Go community. So that's really people are trying to put themselves on the world record stage, as in the most troops donated, and it's cheating basically. Because a person like me and you, if we did want to compete with them, we wouldn't be able to because they have like 5 people playing their account and we only have 1. So yeah, that is the main point is just stop cheating, stop arguments and stuff like that. Now, let's just say one other point. Like, if you are sharing your account, like I don't know how safe you are. That's the truth. But just like one point to note is like it's just something that's so obvious is like if you live in the UK, like that's where I'm from here in the UK, and I'm playing on my account, then all of a sudden my account gets teleported, transferred over to somebody in the USA because we're sharing accounts. It's just so obvious because Supercell can track what device you're using, what your IP address, what country you're in. So if I'm in the UK 1 minute and then I'm in the USA another minute, the timestamps don't match. I can't travel to America in literally seconds. So that's like a way that is super obvious. But if you're like in the same household, I don't know. I still wouldn't risk it, but it's your call. You live your life however you want to live your life. Yeah, so that's it really for the video. Just wanted to like highlight this point because I do get asked it, quite a few times to help them out, and I'm always torn because I know it's against the terms of service, but I don't want to tell you guys that. Well, I do say it, it's against it, but then I get attacked. People are thinking like I made the rules. I didn't make the rules. I'm just like, the messenger. Don't shoot me. It's Supercell who did all this. But I don't blame them. I to be honest, I do agree with Supercell because it can get tough, and you want to make the game fun for everyone. So cheating, like never good, and having arguments over that's my account or that's my account. It's just annoying. So yeah, good job Supercell. that's it for the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.